All right. Let me make sure everything's up and fucking running here. It has been a while since I've used this. It has been a too long of a time since I've been here. But guys, I'm making a promise right now to start the stream. We are starting this off with a promise. First of all, should be getting monetized any day now. I'm excited, very fucking pumped up here. The first monetization stream is going to be, I don't know, probably by the end of this week. I appreciate all you guys. Just want to start there. You guys have been great. You guys have given me like pretty solid platform here. 57. How about our Iowa Hawkeyes, my man? It sucks, man. It's kind of a brutal thing. It's a catch-22 for me. I love the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Never at any point did I think that they were going to win that football game tonight. Looking back, looking at the, just looking around. Hold on a minute. For some reason, my chat's popping up on the screen, but it's not popping up. There we go. So, Iowa Hawkeyes, big win tonight. Venture, Goated, what's up? Been an emotional 2 days. What's going on, Goated? Did you get banned by your boy Trump? What do you mean? What, on TikTok? No, I didn't get banned anywhere. Thoughts on warehouse jobs? Should I quit? I think warehouse jobs are a great starting point, man. If you're looking to, I think you learn a lot in a warehouse job. I worked a warehouse job for like 5 months for my uncle. So I don't think a warehouse job is bad by any means. It depends what warehouse, how you're getting paid, if you're in a union or whatnot. I think there's a lot of things. It depends who you're working for. No more free speech. What do you mean no more free speech? What are we talking about here? What are you talking, Jimmy Kimmel? You want to talk Jimmy Kimmel right off the rip? So happy that the Phillies are winning. Hope they win it all. We are the Mets daddies just like the Braves. I mean, Shane, the Mets knocked you guys out of the playoffs a year ago. The Mets won the season series this year. You guys won the division. I'll give you that. That's great. You won the division. And thanks for helping us out tonight. You're getting us in the playoffs, and you're creating your own nightmare where you run into the Mets again and they knock you out again. So that is what it is. No more Iowa Hawkeyes. I took the Iowa Hawkeyes tonight. They, good for them. Iowa wins a football game. I make money off of it. It's phenomenal. But I didn't get banned by my boy Trump, Mike, if that's what you were asking. I haven't been around the last couple days because a lot going on. My mom was up in town. My job pays. I'll get into that in a second, Court. Sorry. My mom was in town for the week. A lot going on. I was basically having to chauffeur her around. She took the train up. Told you guys she had a stroke and she can't drive yet. She had a stroke. She can't drive yet, so I had to drive her around for the last couple days. Then me, her, and my sister went away for a day. It was a good week, so I didn't really have a chance to sit here and stream. I didn't really want to, cut into my mom's time at all. TikTok, it's kind of like, it's easier than I'm making it seem to make TikToks, but I just didn't really feel like doing them this week. I really didn't watch anything. Didn't watch the Mets at all. Didn't really have any chance to. Anybody talking bad about Trump is out. Mike, if you really want to get into it, people have been like, you have people that have said things about, I think Tim Allen is the ultimate example of it, where nobody was crying over Tim Allen, his show kind of getting abruptly taken off the air, and the cover story of it was a scheduling conflict. The show that Tim Allen had was way too successful. Last Man Standing. That show was far too successful for them to just decide, oh, you know what, we can't get the scheduling right, it's off. Like that, I think people said anything with Tim Allen, and his show got canceled after he was openly, supporting, the MAGA Republican side. I think, to make this whole thing about Jimmy Kimmel, and here's what I'll say about Jimmy Kimmel, and I will say to start, if the FCC had anything, if the FCC really stepped in because Trump was pressuring them to, that's bad. That's not a good thing at all. I will absolutely sit here. I will not condone that if that's the case. Now, what I really think happened, I believe that, late night television just sucks now. Late night TV as a whole is brutal. You see all the ratings going down. It's consistently going down and down and down. Somebody made a point to me today that Stephen Colbert, his show was the most popular late night show. Why'd he get canceled? They're all getting canceled. We're not going to see late night TV like that anymore because it's just not, nobody cares. It doesn't really, it's not entertaining anymore. It's old. It doesn't really do anything for anybody anymore. The new generation is not staying up to watch late night TV. If they're staying up, they're watching something else. It's the way things go. It's kind of outdated, and it's BuzzFeed TV. You sound just like Trump. What do you mean I sound just like Trump? I sound like somebody that know. Like, it's absolutely what's going on here, Mike. You see my comment? What'd you say? Go. I did not say Kershaw and Kopitar retiring. I'm named after Kirsch. I've been my whole. Oh shit, man. Yeah, I mean that's tough. Your two favorite athletes like that going down. But Mike, listen. Just because every time I say something, you got to make it be like, oh, you sound like Donald Trump. No, I sound like somebody who's a realist who looks at late night television and sees how fucking terrible it is now. Like, late night TV has completely fallen off, and I feel like ABC just found an excuse to get Jimmy Kimmel off the air finally, and it's over. Like, I don't think that's my opinion on the situation. I think every network is going to start getting rid of late night hosts. Dude, I'm generally broke down in tears after both of them announcing it. My childhoods are over. That's horrible. Court, I'm sorry I didn't read your comment before. It's BuzzFeed TV. I agree, Venture. It's exactly what it is. Bills fan, what's up? We're talking about like late night shows and like Jimmy Kimmel and shit. Trump said Jimmy Kimmel has no talent. That the one that has no talent is him. I mean, Mike, to say like I sound like Trump because I also said Jimmy Kimmel has no talent. Like, I think Jimmy Kimmel was funny at a time. I do think there was a time he was funny. I don't think he's funny anymore. I think it kind of got outdated. Like, and I think he got like, maybe he ran out of stuff. I remember there was a time I loved Jimmy Kimmel, but his stuff was just not funny anymore. I'm just a young guy figuring my things out, but what's your advice on warehouse jobs from experience? Court, for me, it's one of those things, it's not sustainable, I think. Like, I worked in the warehouse, like I said, it was 5 months. I worked in college there for my uncle. When I was in, what do you call it? Not in college, excuse me. After college, right after college. It was like one of my first gigs after college. It's not something that's sustainable, and if it doesn't feel like there's room for growth, it's not something you could do long term, but it's a good thing to do just to keep yourself busy and to understand like how products are moved and how products are like put together. I think it's great experience, but always look for something else. It's always a good idea to have an idea of something else and do something else. I registered to vote today. I'm 17, can vote in January, and I chose Republican because I don't think they offer independent. If they don't offer independent, that's a problem. But yeah, I feel like they should. If they don't, that's a little odd. Let's see. We really brought in Tanner Scott, Kirby Yates, Cody Cece, Corey Perry, and especially fuck-ass Michael Conforto to ruin the final seasons of Two Goats. Yeah, bringing in Michael Conforto. I used to love Michael Conforto, man. But I just don't care about late night TV. Late night TV is so cringe now. Exactly what I'm saying. We're talking about freedom of the press anyway. It is true. It's freedom of speech, freedom of press, Layla. It's one of those in-between things. But you are right when you, it's still the First Amendment. It's all the First Amendment. And, yeah, you're right that you can go into what side it is, freedom of speech, freedom of the press. Problem that with Jimmy Kimmel is, when people don't like your show, you're going to get taken off the air. Hey, Flay, I know it's been a while, but I'm in the stream. I want to say hello, everybody. What's up, man? He sucks. Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. Wait, Shane Gillis is the best comedian of our generation, in my opinion. You know what? Dave Chappelle was great. I've seen Dave Chappelle live. I love Dave Chappelle. He's another one, to me, that I think, he got too much into, like, spewing his political beliefs and shit, and I kind of hate Dave Chappelle now. And it doesn't matter. Like, again, I don't care what side you're on. If your whole comedic routine is based on, like, I don't think those things that are going on in this. Like, I don't. No, come on. I don't want you to, like, you're a comedian. I don't need that. Like, I don't, like, I didn't care if you said late night TV. Late night, I said it's bad that Trump took it out just because he's mad at Jimmy Kimmel. No. Mike, you said that I sound like Trump, and then you said, like, he said that Jimmy Kimmel was bad. It seems like maybe you're a Jimmy Kimmel super fan or something. I'm just saying, I never thought I thought Jimmy Kimmel was funny at one point. I don't think he's funny anymore. I feel like it was an excuse for ABC to get him off the air. That's just my opinion. But if Trump had something to do with this and pressured the FCC into taking him off, obviously that's a problem. Because it's fun at times, it's just hard to find interesting. Wait, I vote for Shaquille O'Neal every year. Maybe one year people will get on the Shaq bandwagon. Because it's fun. Dating a 13-year-old, getting her pregnant, killing her, and writing songs about it is fucking vile. Who did that? Wait, who the fuck did that? Mitch Hedberg is the best comedian. I love Mitch Hedberg, man. Mitch Hedberg's one of my like. I think Mitch Hedberg's delivery is better than like any comedian ever. That's like I love a good Mitch Hedberg. Like there's so many Instagram accounts that are based around Mitch Hedberg. I'm a big fan of Mitch. Massive. Bro, Trump's a wiener. Can we move on? I don't know. Like I don't know why it became a Trump thing. I think Jimmy Kimmel is just not funny. Oh my God, I did see that. Yes, goated. Yes. I'm chilling and we talking about Trump. I'm trying to chill too, man. I get it. Little did we know it was about the 13-year-old. Yeah. Yeah, goated. I honestly, I didn't even realize what you were talking about. But yes, I did see that. I was kind of unaware. I never heard of that guy. But that shit is fucked up, man. Oh, that rapper, I know what you're talking about. Dude's a pedo, 20 dating a 15-year-old and pregnant or got it. Yeah. That shit's so fucked up, man. Horrible story. Hopefully he rots away and we never have to worry about him again. Terrible, all these killings. Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of different killings. Dude, so what do you say? David, famous singer, he made, yeah. That girl in Carolina is sad. There's stories out there right now, man. There's a million of them. How about that kid, the guy in at Delta State University that was like, that story's like gut wrenching, man. Like they're redoing his Chappelle is great doesn't mean Gillis sucks. I agree. Wait, who said Gillis sucks? I'm saying personally, I've seen Dave Chappelle live. I love Dave Chappelle. His all-time Dave Chappelle is one of my favorite comedians ever. I just think recently he's one of those people that have gotten too locked into like, I'm here, like, I gotta talk about what's going on. Like, dude, just fucking make jokes, please. Like, you're a comedian. I don't want to hear, like, what you think of what's going on, like, while you're doing your show. If he wants to do it on the side, then fine. I'm all for it. Like, I think that's great. But I'm not watching any more fucking Netflix specials where he goes on a rant about what we should be doing. That's a big-ass Jet Set kind of funny, not gonna lie. Thanks, Neuro. Randy Johnson, Kershaw, Nolan Ryan, Pedro. It's a good top four there. Clemens. Pedro was my number one guy. Pedro Martinez was who I modeled my game with. My AIM screen name was Pitch Like Pedro 45. I cannot believe that it's Friday night and it's like time is going fast. It feels like it was just summer. Already it's the third week. Kind of wish time went slower. Dude, time's going to fucking fly, dude. Enjoy it while it's here. Let's go Broncos. How do you feel about the Broncos, J5? I've been super like adamant that I think the Broncos were overrated going into this year. And I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be proved right. Damn, not AIM. Yes, AIM back in the day. You're mad because Dave Chappelle has a brain. No, I'm not mad Dave Chappelle has a brain. I'm not mad at all, Mike. I'm mad when I fucking turn on my Netflix special expecting Dave Chappelle, like, another good Dave Chappelle fucking stand-up special, and it's like a fucking TED Talk. That's what I'm mad about. I'm all for, listen, if Dave Chappelle wants to, like, do his thing on, like, Twitter or something, he wants to make videos like that, all for it by all means, no issue. Say whatever you want. But I don't want to fucking have a Netflix special that's about, like, hey, man, people gotta do it. Like, you're a fucking stand-up comedian. You're getting paid all this money by Netflix to do your fucking, whatever. Do your stand-up special, and you're taking advantage of, like, what Netflix has done. That's my only issue. Dude, don't work at a warehouse. They will overwork you and underpay you. Absolutely. No, I know how it is, but I think it's good experience. Like, you learn a lot in a warehouse. I'm not saying definitely don't stay there forever, but it's good experience. It was just a bad call at the end of the game, but we still look good. Yeah, I mean, J5, I don't think it was a bad call at all.'ve seen that rule. I actually think, like, I'm glad they called it. I think, like, that's absolutely, you can't use you're not supposed to touch the long snapper ever. I actually think it was a great call. I know Bronco fans are up in arms about it, but the idea of not touching the long snapper is that he's in a vulnerable position as is. You cannot use his body as leverage. Blade, let them mess you up. Dave Chappelle is a weirdo. I think Dave Chappelle is funny, man. I love old Dave Chappelle stuff. I think Chappelle's show was great. I think his old specials were amazing. I don't like his new stuff. Why would they fire somebody that has good ratings on TV? Mike, nobody in late night talk shows have good ratings on TV. It's just not the case anymore. Like, late night television is a dying breed. Are you talking about Stephen Colbert? You could be a weirdo and still be funny. I agree. I think Dave Chappelle is funny. I think he is. I still think he's funny. But I just don't like when his special is 25% a fucking TED Talk and the rest, like, he's a comedian. I don't want to watch, I don't want to watch Dave Chappelle to hear what he has to say about what's going on in the world. I want to hear I want to hear his, like, fucking jokes and shit. That's, like, I don't know. Whether it affects the play or not, a penalty is a penalty. 100%. It was absolutely a penalty, Goated. You cannot use the fucking long snapper as leverage. It's a very well-known thing. I'm Rick James, bitch. Dude, great fucking thing. You're mad at Dave Chappelle, but you don't care what Charlie Kirk said about people and was being racist. Mike, it's two completely different things. Like, you're trying to compare apples to oranges here, man. I'm not mad at Dave Chappelle. I don't care about his opinion. Charlie Kirk's not a comedian. Charlie Kirk's not a stand-up comedian. You know, he wasn't. He was not. Excuse me, wasn't. But like, I feel like you're just mad because I'm not just blindly agreeing with you. Charlie Kirk is a good guy. Stop it. Listen, I think people just throw the word racist around when people don't agree with them. Extremely hot take. Brandon Aubrey is the most talented kicker in NFL history. I agree. I totally agree. Why do you care so much about Flay's feelings? Dude, I don't know. Mike's somebody that when you don't agree with him, he gets really like, I don't know. He just needs a Snickers or something. Something like, I love Mike though. Listen, Mike always brings good conversations to this, even though he gets me going sometimes. Can't compare a debater and a comedian. 100%. It's two different people. Broncos and Chargers. What do you think? The Chargers look good this season. They beat the Chiefs. I think the Chargers are really good. Justin Herbert looks good so far. Their defense is unbelievable. Their defense is fast. I like the Chargers a lot. I think the Chiefs have definitely taken a step back a little bit. I think their offensive line is absolutely showing holes, and like you see what happens when Patrick Mahomes doesn't have time. His receivers, like if Xavier Worthy's hurt any longer, that's definitely going to be a big loss. I think the Chiefs are definitely not what they used to be. Tell us everything that you hate, and we'll get rid of it. I'm not saying you got to get rid of it, Mike. Charlie Kirk, dude. I hate the owner of the Raiders' haircut, dude. What the fuck does he say to his barber every time he walks into the barbershop? That is the most ridiculous haircut for somebody that has so much fucking money. You know, Mark Davis could just shape up his head a little bit and he'd look like a normal human being. He would be a totally like, you know, maybe not a great looking guy, but you know, a normal looking guy. But instead he goes out there and he purposely looks like simple fucking Jack all the time. And I'm just like, what? Like, you have billions of dollars, man. I don't get it. It's a rug, is it? I don't know. I have no idea. Give me your average Raiders season as a haircut. Jeez. I'm not spelling out Eagles. I'm not supporting Philly in any way. Geno should step aside for Brady. I don't know. I don't think Geno's really the issue. I just think the Chargers are really good. I think that was a situation that the Chargers are just a better football team than the Raiders. You're a Charlie Kirk fan? I found his stuff entertaining. I was never like a big supporter. I never like agreed with everything he said. I don't think the guy should have died. I'm sorry if that's such a fucking hot take. I always thought Mark came from the Stone Age with that cut. Dude, I don't know what, like, again, I don't know why he, I mean, I guess it gets people talking about him maybe. I don't know. He still gets like fucking supermodels to bang him because he's got $1 billion. So who's the real idiot? Me. He looks like the Mad Magazine guy. He does. 3 picks is an issue. Some Jake Browning shit. It's true. What do you think about Russell Wilson? I think Russell Wilson's been, you know, he's a good veteran to have in front of Jackson Dart, and he's actually looked pretty good lately. I think the biggest trap line of the entire year in terms of gambling is the Chiefs minus 6.5. People are going to hammer the Chiefs thinking like, oh, they're much better than the Giants. Don't underestimate Russell Wilson. Don't. I think the Giants are going to keep that game close. Charlie Kirk is so racist and sexist that his biggest partner that he spent 10 plus years hanging out with is a black woman. May you please respond? What'd you say? Will, from now on, just spam whatever you said. Just say it again if I didn't answer. Honestly, people saying, like, can you answer my question? Like, just say it again. There's a lot going on here. Can't we all leave Charlie Kirk alone? Like, even though I didn't exactly. You're right. You don't have to agree with somebody to think, like, they deserve to live. The Jets are jetting already? Dude, Ardell, I had such high hopes after week 1, and then they totally pissed themselves against the Bills. Like, I get it, the Bills are a good football team, but The Jets showed so much life week one, and I'm starting to believe that maybe it's just that the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't good. That sucked. That was horrible. Giants are fuck bullshitting the Chiefs. One bad games. Fields is still him. I still think Justin Fields is fine. He's not playing this week, by the way. Justin Fields will be out. It's Tyrod Taylor. Yes, the Chargers are great, but can they win a playoff game remains to be seen. Yeah, you know what, Mike? You're right. It's the Chargers haven't found a way to win any playoff games. Like it's one of the worst fucking betting beats I ever had in my life. Is I had the Chargers money line against the Jaguars in that game. The Jaguars came back. And you know what I said? I was like, I'm not cashing this out. It was free money. I could have cashed it out and had it. Didn't do it. Didn't do it. Just buzzwords at this point. No, Goated, I'm with you on that. I think a lot of people use words they don't really understand and don't know the meaning of. So I think there's a lot of uneducated people that just use these buzzwords to sound edgy. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers? Mark Davis has so much money he does not care about your opinion or mine. As he shouldn't. He's got $1 billion. Why would he care about what some guy who has 5 people watching him right now says about his haircut? I totally agree with that. What do you think about Aaron Rodgers? I think Aaron Rodgers is I think Aaron Rodgers still has it. I still think he's a good quarterback. I think he got a lot of unfair blame for what happened with the Jets. The Jets were a dumpster fire. I think he's in a better position now. I still think Aaron Rodgers can play quarterback. I do. It's never okay to think that someone who has a different opinion than you deserves bad things. I agree. Shane, I'm totally with you on that. Nobody deserves to die over their opinion. Flake, can you please tell my uncle sleeping with your coworkers is a bad idea? I've never slept with any of my coworkers, so I don't know if it's a bad idea. I don't know if I've ever seen a situation where it has been a good idea. Actually, no, I don't think I have 2 friends that slept with coworkers and ended up marrying them, so I don't know. I'm not going to tell you, love is love, man. Like there's a human being, let them be. 100%, I agree. I'll be back in like 10. Go to take your time, man. I'll be here. Not uneducated, perhaps educated derelicts more appropriate. Wait, what do you mean? I think it's a little bit of Ardell. I think it's a little bit of both. I think there's a lot of people that like, not necessarily that they're uneducated, but they're using terms that I don't think they fully understand. You don't have to care. He's still got a fucked up. Wait, what? Wait. Yo, is Justin Fields going to be good this season? He was okay week 1. He's not playing this week. Las Vegas made out big with the Canelo fight. Oh, yeah, 100%. Vegas cleaned up. Holy shit. You want to talk about it. Vegas absolutely cleaned house. The education they receive is not much worth. Yeah, well, you got a lot of people, not to like categorize too many people, but I feel like a lot of these people that, come out and say shit really like I said, I don't think they either understand what they're saying or I just more so think like you said, it's buzzwords. People will use words to sound edgy and to sound like something is so bad without even really knowing what it means. Some of these humanities fields are a joke. Dude, there's so many majors they give out nowadays, Ardell. You know what I saw today? Did you see that Tennessee is like, there's going to be a class about the history of Grand Theft Auto? The hell are we doing? Like, what's with these gimmick fucking... Teach people real shit, dude. There's a college that has a history of Taylor Swift. What are we doing? College football, I have a few teams I like. Who do you like, Shane? Let's hear it. What do you think about Tom Brady and the Raiders? I think Tom Brady, listen, he brings a winning culture as much as I fucking can't stand the guy. He brings a winning culture. Everywhere he's been, he's turned to gold. In an ownership role, like I said, he brings a culture of winning, but we saw it with Michael Jordan taking over the Hornets. Didn't really do much. I'm not really sure what Tom Brady can do, but we'll have to see. I think it's a good face. It's a good piece to have in your organization, but we'll see. I can't wait for November 14th, 2025. Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul fight. I might get Netflix just for that. Gervonta Davis, Jake Paul. What do you think's going to happen? It's idiocracy. Life imitates art. 100%. Dude, it's like, to me, like, it's the people that like, and hand up. I'll sit here and tell you right now that I went and got a college degree that I don't use today. I went and got it. I got my degree. I had a plan for what I was going to do, and I didn't use it. I didn't really I didn't have a good mind on what I was doing with my degree, and I fucked up. So, but I think there's there's a lot of majors out there. There's a lot of classes that are being offered by these colleges that have no hope, that have zero fucking hope afterwards. Like, there's people that get like art degrees, like, and I have a buddy that got an art degree. He's a very talented artist. He makes good money off of what he does now, which is in graphic design, but he had that talent before he went to college. I don't think college necessarily like made a big difference in his graphic design. I see it as like people go for art and it just doesn't make like, what are you going to do after that? Like I there's so little in that field. I just don't get it. Hey, Flay Stranger Jocelyn, what's up? Church League MVP. People forget. People never forget. Can't wait for Saturday. Next Saturday, Penn State whiteout. Wait, Penn State, Oregon, Georgia, Florida, Oklahoma, Rutgers. I love that you threw the Scarlet Knights in there, baby. Jobs nowadays require a degree. Yeah, for the most part. I think we're seeing a little bit, Jocelyn, though. I think we're seeing a little bit of like, some jobs are going away from like the hard standards of a degree. I've seen, I'm about to DM my crush. Let me know how it goes. Confucius. Washington Redskins quarterback is not playing. Oh, no, Jaden Daniels? I did not see that. Not paying attention. But I have seen a little bit, Jocelyn, where like some jobs are kind of going away from like the hard... the idea of a college degree for a lot of these companies is that it shows that you have a commitment to something. It shows that you can complete a task, and it shows that like, you have the mental capacity to go through that. I have seen that there are some jobs... Many white-collar jobs are about to disappear with the implementation. Oh, Ardell, 100%. I have a friend, one of my good friends. She had a job. She was working for EY, Ernst & Young, in the city. She's an accountant. And they fired her. They literally laid her off because they told her job's getting taken over. And it is fucking... It's scary. You got to be careful of some of the fields you're in nowadays because, like you said, a lot of these white-collar jobs... Companies are going to just start having AI do a lot of these jobs. That's why I got a degree in IT. Great degree to have. The jobs won't go away. Trade skills, business jobs, 100%. Anything that requires people skill. These jobs like accounting where it's basically like, you're basically a human version of a robot are going to go to AI and stuff because all you have to do is type in a prompt and they could do your whole books for an entire year without paying anybody. Trade jobs will disappear. I don't think so. Why would trade jobs disappear? I think there are certain trade jobs that maybe you could program a robot to do, but not all of them. Not all. Like, did you see the Ravens and Bills game? That was crazy. That game was absolutely nuts. I work in trades and hope AI takes it over. I think there are some trades that AI could probably help with, but not a lot of them. Jake Paul last 6 rounds, but when the clock hits 1 minute warning, Javante hits Paul with a mean left hook. Knock to the face. Okay, I'll mark that down. Well, I like it. I want to go to trade school for construction or automotive. I love cars. That's the thing, Shane. That's two big things that, like, that's two big things that, like, it's good industries to get into. People are always going to be driving. People are always going to be doing construction. That's a good thing to get into, man. Just take care of your body. That's all I'll say. Not many trade skills will always be in demand. They're in demand now big time. Absolutely. Like I said, not a ton of jobs are going to get taken over by AI in the trade world. It's illogical. Some can. There are some certain ones that I'm sure they'll figure out a way. Teach a robot how to finish concrete so I can go home, please. It's hot out here, dog. Imagine you had a concrete finishing robot. You would be a fucking billionaire if you could find a way to do that. You found a way to program a robot to finish concrete? Forget it. Not now, but eventually. Yeah, I mean, not anytime soon, but like I said, Jocelyn, I can't see that even in our lifetime, that it would take over entirely for a little bit. Like factory jobs. Court, you're right. A factory job, like, for the most part, a lot of factory jobs are robot. Like, are AI in a way. That's something that, like, especially assembly lines and shit, absolutely can get taken over. But stuff like, that requires any bit of real problem solving, it won't happen. AI could screw off. You're not Allen Iverson. True. Shane, AI a legend, all heart. That's very true. I'm in construction class now in high school. Well, it's a great thing to learn. Even if you don't end up like hardcore using it in your job someday, it's a good thing to know how to do. It's a fantastic skill. Dude, so have I told you guys I made like this burner TikTok where like basically all it's about is like I just talk about things going on in the world because like I try to avoid like I try to make things fun here, but like I decided to make an account just to see what would happen. And I made a video tonight, and I understand. There's people that like that protest things, that people go out. The video I made tonight was I was talking about how I don't understand why people would go out and protest. And I'm not saying it in terms of like I don't think you should protest for what you believe in. I was saying it in terms of like, you know, I don't think I'd ever go to a protest because I just, I feel like I would be bored, sort of thing. I was kind of making a joke out of it. Like, I was more so saying like, like, oh, hey, the protest tonight's at 7:00. Like, Rutgers and I was playing at that time. Like that's the way I look at it. I wouldn't go to one because like, I got something else going on. Like, it was a joke, and I got people fucking flaming me for this. They're like, oh, because you've never had anything you could stand up for. Not true. Like, and people are freaking out. That's the privilege talking. If you knew what I've been through in my life, you would know I don't have any fucking privilege. It's crazy. Protests are lame. That's kind of what I was saying. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't stand up for what you believe in. That's not what I was saying. I was saying that like, I wouldn't think I'd have the time to do it, sort of thing. And that's just been my stance on it. Like, I'd rather like do something else. That's all I was saying. I was kind of making a joke. But people are absolutely fucking killing me. I went to the No Kings here in Montauk, Montana. I almost said Montauk. Thinking Montauk. It's actually pretty fun. See, like, some people said that. They're like, these are actually fun. And I just saying, I don't think I would take my time to go to one. I respect anybody that would, because you're standing up for what you believe in. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, like, I don't understand why people are protesting. I'm saying it's a character flaw in me that I would look at a protest and go, yeah, you know what? I'd probably rather watch fucking college football tonight. If that makes sense. Jake Paul is a good fighter, but he doesn't want to be a pro because he'll make less money. Oh, for sure, Mike. He doesn't want anybody else controlling the fights he has. He doesn't want anybody controlling the promotion. He is too smart of a businessman to do that. Like, you could kill him all you want for, like, not fighting anybody. I get that. But to me, I think the guy's a genius. He has it figured out. We had this old Karen getting mad at us, and we were all blurring these air horns at her. It was so funny. That's pretty good. That's funny. I could see how that could be entertaining. I was too busy ensuring your right to protest to ever go to one. Well, yeah, Ardell, you obviously were... You have your military background, and, like... respect the hell out of that. I might do a bat making business and sell them for $75, see how that pans out. And if the business is successful, I'll sell it for $90. A bat make like baseball bats? See, Will, can I say something about that? I think it's a great dream to have, like bat making and stuff. The problem is there's so many regulations on bats, like when it comes to like wooden bats and stuff. I think selling your wood, like if you're making wood bats, $75 is a little bit steep. Especially when, like, you can go to Modell's and get, like, a Louisville Slugger one for, like, $30. I'm not trying to shit on your dreams. I'm just looking at it from a business perspective. I'm looking at this as Shark Tank here. I don't think I would buy your bat for $75. You would have to, like, there's so many regulations. There's so many things. Like, I don't know if you could just take a wood bat and bring it up to the plate without it, like, being some sort of, probably you can, but there's a lot of things, like the weight of it, the weight distribution, this, that, and the other thing. Like, Boomer Vets. So I didn't know MLB teams can't use metal bats. Really? Yeah, no, Jocelyn, if Major League Baseball players use metal bats, people would die. Like, legitimately, you would have people dying. That, like, metal bats are so much different. No metal bats, they'd homer all the time. Guys in the infield, you would have infielders dying. Like, there would be no way. Any ground ball would just be like, you might as well just sign your life over for a ground ball in the infield. Forget it. Yeah, no, it's a big difference. Baseball might be fun if they switch to metal. It would not. You know what it is, Venture? You ever watch a video of Aaron Judge hitting in college? Like, Aaron Judge is hitting in a home run derby with this bat. It's an orange Stealth, and is the most it's like the most weaponized fucking bat of all time. Legitimately, it was the fact they even allowed it to be played in on a baseball field, and watching Aaron Judge hit with that thing, it's like I don't know why anybody would ever stand at third base during that. Boycott Disney? I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh, I'm so used to aluminum bat prices, your true weight distribution. Yeah, there's a lot to it, Will. I think if you could pull it off, it's great, but it's just, I don't know if, like, for your time, the investment into making a bat would be worth it. That's just what I'm saying. Like, I think, like, it wouldn't be time management. To, like, spend all that time, probably, like, 6, 7 hours at least to make a bat like that, and then sell it for, like, even if you did sell it for $75, I don't think it'd be worth it. It's cheesy that college players can use them, be a man, and use wood. There you go. I like that. I think the reason for the college players using them though, Ardell, is because and metal bats these days have absolutely been dumbed down to the point where they're basically metal versions of wood. The reason they're used in college is because it's marketing. You know, these colleges make all these deals with these companies like Louisville Slugger, like whatever, all of them, Easton. It's a marketing thing where these companies give these teams these bats so they'll use them. People will see them using them and they'll want to go out and buy them. But the metal bats nowadays are not what they used to be. It is a completely different world. They are basically metal versions of wood bats. That's how crazy they're getting. Did I say so? Oh, shit. You think Zach Wilson will start the season? I'm sure he'll get a couple. The numbers on runs during the Agent Orange years were crazy. Oh, my God. Insane. Imagine Babe Ruth using a metal bat. I don't think he'd be able to hit. Yeah, MMA. I think at some point he'll probably get a couple starts because the Dolphins are really bad, but I wouldn't look too deep into it. But the orange stealth, that orange stealth they made, I had one. It was an absolute fucking weapon. That thing, that they should have never allowed anybody to use that thing on a field. It was horrendous. Tua was washed. Tua was completely like. I never thought Tua was good to begin with. I think the Dolphins had a really fast offense that made it easy for him, but I don't know. It sucks. Too many head injuries. He should have never played again. Babe Ruth, if Babe Ruth played today, he would not be a major leaguer. I more so would like to see like Barry Bonds. Personally. Tua's decline has been wild. Yeah, I think it's more to do with the injuries. I think like, you know, I honestly don't think Tua was ever really that good. If it's just me, if it's like if we're having like if I can you know, Babe Ruth would DH for the Mets? No, he would not. Babe Ruth would be driving a truck and like he would have his CDL and be driving a truck if he lived today. I have no doubt about that in my mind. Babe Ruth was playing before the color barrier was broken. Like, did you hear Will Smith's new song? I didn't. I don't know. I think he was just good. Tua, I think he was like always an okay quarterback. I think people hyped him up a little bit more than he deserved. That's about it. Yeah, Babe Ruth would absolutely be driving like a truck. Oh, man. I'm fucking sweating, dude. Baby Ruth would probably be in prison for trying to marry a 14-year-old. Did that happen? Was that a thing? I have a weird fetish for transgender's toes. Okay, we're just going right into it tonight, huh, boys? All right. Tua went to a shitty team, ruined many a good player's career. Yeah, I mean, I think the whole Mike McDaniel was fun for a little bit, and then that ended quickly. I keep seeing videos of Tua being mean to the media in press conferences. Really? I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, we went right into it there, Nathan. Hey, man, to each their own. Mark Sanchez or Justin Fields? Probably Mark Sanchez. 2 straight AFC championship games. And then a whole lot of nothing other than that. Like, Mark Sanchez was a guy who got carried by his roster. Something about looking like a woman and having similar sized toes as me? Huh. Yeah, Nathan, I'm not going to sit here and say I see what you're talking about. But, like, hey, again, to each their own, man. Flace chat is a fucking trip, always. We always have, like, it always goes awry. I figured we were having, it was going too well. It's a free country. Hey, yeah, listen, do whatever you want. I'm all for it. I respect it. If that's what you're into, hey, good for you. Let's get weird always. I'm always down. you can't expect things to not just get a little bit fucking crazy around here. And Nathan came in and he fucking threw a first pitch a first round fucking right hook to start it over. Have you heard of Femboys? I have heard of Femboys, yes. What about them? I've seen them. They're like, they pop up all over the internet. Again, to each their own. Fucking sweaty over here, man. It is not warm in here. In my hair. I'm starting to worry. We're taking over from 99 to 2000. Yeah, you guys are. Are you still watching WWE? No. WWE completely lost my interest because I feel like Triple H is not very good at what he does. Like, I think the booking has been so bad that, like, I'm watching it and I'm like, I can't watch this. You know, John Cena's whole heel run. Like, what the fuck? Like, what happened to that? Like, you know, just to, like, give up on it was weird to me. I think R-Truth's whole thing, you know, R-Truth doing that whole thing where he shaved his dreads like he was going to be Ron Killings again. I was so excited for that storyline. Would you slap a man's ass for $100? Yeah, why not? Why would like you give me $50, I would do it. Sabu died in the last episode of wrestling. Yeah, Sabu was such a fucking savage, dude. I got to see him live one time at TNA in Orlando, and that was pretty fucking cool. He's a legend, man. He was a legend. Rest in peace. Do you remember the Dolphins playoff game? It was snowing. That night, that's when the Dolphins went downhill. Was that the Bills game? I'd slap a man's ass. Slapping ass is a part of sports. Dude, like, I played baseball. I played baseball growing up. Like, this hand has touched way more man's asses than I would even want to admit. The motherfucking GOAT. Dude, I'm a big Sabu guy. Candy ass uniforms? Whose? The Dolphins? Dude, baseball players, that's all you fucking did. Every time somebody did something good. Nice job. Literally, the Key and Peele sketch. Yeah, one guy would get out of hand a little bit with it, but, you know, fucking happens. I played sports to get my ass slapped by the boys. Y'all are weird. Listen, to each their own. To me, it was just a perk. To me, it was just like an added fucking perk to, like, going out and playing baseball. It was like, hey, like, you know, hey, I did a great job. Next year, the Bears quarterback will be on the Jets. I doubt that. Why is slapping asses a thing in sports? It's a great question. I don't really know. That's actually a really, really good question. I genuinely have no idea. Would you let Dennis Rodman slap you on the ass? I don't think I'd have anything to say about that. I feel like I wouldn't really, like, if Dennis Rodman wanted to slap my ass, I feel like he's going to just slap my ass. Mike C slapped some asses on the diamond for sure. Yeah, I mean, we all did. If you played on the diamond, again, so it was sometimes the best way to get the team together. You know, hey man, great job. Shouldn't have done that. It's a normal thing. I'd let Dennis Rodman sleep with my girlfriend. Dude's a Bulls legend and the best rebounder of all time. That's a little far, but that's fair. What did you fear the most when you were pitching? Like, what was I afraid of? Or, like, I think the worst thing for me, pitching, you know, I never liked contact hitters. I never pitched well to contact hitters. I was big, like, when you face, like, a big power hitter, I always felt like the big guys that, like, hit the ball far were so much easier to, like, strike out and miss the bat. Those guys that just, like, put the ball in play, I always had fucking trouble with them. Like, big power hitters, like, I didn't give up that many home runs. Like, I was very good at, like, you strike out the big fucking, guys like Pete Alonso and shit like that. The contact hitters were the one that I didn't like. I was playing a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, and we played with boys, and we went to a timeout, and this guy was playing with slapped the shit on my ass, and everyone went, ooh. Women don't slap asses in sports. Serious question. I never paid attention to know. No, we don't. Damn. Yeah, I mean, Jocelyn, that's a tough one. You know what? You know what's funny? I played I played in a co-ed slow pitch league one time, and I almost did it. I was so close. I was like this close to going, and I just didn't. I was like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Like, I forgot what I was playing in here. WWE has announced WrestleMania 43 2027 will be in Saudi Arabia. Like, why couldn't the first have been like Portugal? You can't do that. I know. That's what I said. I was like, whoa, hold on. I forgot who I'm playing with here. The guy got so red and was looking at me so scared. Yeah, no shit. He just slapped the girl's ass. Like, it's a heat of competition sometimes, but you gotta be careful. As soon as they said femboys, he started sweating. Yeah, man, Mike, I don't want anybody to find out what I'm into. Like, god damn, dude, can a guy have some fucking privacy? But Will, back to your question. Why Portugal would be a little odd? Listen, that Saudi money talks, man. At the end of the day, the Saudi money is WrestleMania. I am not surprised that the first international WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia. The Saudi money talks, and I've been saying for years when it comes to Saudi Arabia and sports and stuff like this, if they ever wanted to get their hands in on basketball, which I'm surprised they haven't yet, I think things would get really, really interesting. I think things would get very uncomfortable for the NBA if the Saudis started getting involved because of how hard the NBA salary cap is and like how much there's a cap on guys making money. Could you imagine a guy like the first guy I could think of, the first guy that would come to mind that I think would fucking jump all over the Saudi money because he'd be closer to home is fucking Nikola Jokic. Like, no, Jokic being closer to his fucking horses, he would be like, I think he would be in heaven. The NBA is already in bed with this. Yeah, it is, of course. But like, could you imagine the Saudis got involved in basketball? Could you imagine a guy like Nikola Jokic, they tell him, we'll give you $1 billion to come play in our league, and you can go see your fucking horses whenever you want? All that oil money. The money's crazy over there. Crazy. Must be nice. I'll tell you what, CCP is the biggest human rights violators on earth. Absolutely. I'm totally with you there. And you probably know more than me, Ardell, as somebody who's more into the international issues. Women don't slap asses because it turns them on. I just got a new pair of sneakers. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. Should the Cowboys cut their quarterback? Who, Dak? No. Organ harvesting, rape. I've seen intel that would make you sick. Ugh. I didn't know that. That's horrible. That was... Yeah, no, J5, I don't think so either. CCP is evil. See, that stuff I don't even know, Ardell. Like, that stuff, like, I don't think anybody in, like, the public has any idea of. LeBron loves... I mean, yeah. Think about all the money LeBron makes because of it. I got a new pair of sneakers. Yeah, dude, I just had to move on from that. How about the Mets? The Mets look good right now. It's a fucking shame they couldn't put this together. Problem is, I know they're going to lose tomorrow. I'll say something. When it comes to the Mets, like, you know, they have this stretch where they're playing the Cubs, the Marlins, the Nationals. They're playing the Cubs, they're playing the Marlins, they're playing the Nationals. You know who I'm most afraid of? The fucking Marlins. Because the Marlins always ruin everything for us. The Marlins consistently do shit to us. Like, the Marlins love to play like they're a fucking World Series contender when the Mets are on the other side. George Lopez was a high school pitcher and he gave up a base-loaded home run to John Elway. Did not know that. That's crazy. I blame capitalism. Yeah, like, Marlins are Met slayers. Dude, the Marlins, holy shit. The amount of times the Marlins, 2 years in a row, 07, 08, the Mets season fell apart because the Marlins beat them up the last week of the season. Here we go again. The Mets play the Marlins to end the year. They're in a fucking playoff hunt. I fully expect the Miami Marlins to come out playing like the fucking National League All-Stars. Lock LeBron in jail for PEDs. I don't think you could do that. But if you slap a woman's ass, they will get their uniform soaked mid-game. Jesus Christ. Mets are cooked. What makes you think the Mets are cooked, Ardell? Let me hear that one. Because I think the Mets are peaking at the right time. I think the Mets are coming in hot. Connor, what's up, man? I don't think I'm going to be sticking around here much longer, guys. I took something before. Flay After Dark. Oh, it's Flay After Dark a lot. All right. We're having a good time. Pitching? The pitching's been, like, very okay. The bats have woken up. Like, the Mets, like, they had a pretty good series pitching-wise against the Padres, but hey, you took something before as wild. No, I didn't take, like, a drug or anything. I took, so I have an issue. I think I've told you guys, not to be too gross. I have an issue with digestion. Like, I started taking this new version of magnesium citrate, which helps me digest. And for some ungodly reason, it makes me so sweaty. Like, it just, like, I start sweating like a maniac every time I take it. I've taken it 3 times already, and every single time I just turn into, like, a fucking faucet. And I don't know, like, it's uncomfortable. Your Mets will go on to the World Series, and it'll be a Subway Series with my Yankees. You think? I blame Ronald Reagan. I feel like it's easy to just blame Ronald Reagan. Mets and sexism. What a fucking description. Probiotics. Yeah, it's got me sweaty. So you're trying to turn into Magneto? It's tight. No. So my coaches are putting me in every position for football, and I don't know what to do anymore. What do you mean? Trying to get struck by lightning? No, not necessarily. So guys, I'm trying to make a video every single day, right? And I feel like, so I've been doing a lot of stuff with like the betting content and stuff. I don't know if you guys watched my video about betting the horse race thing. Stupidest fucking thing you can ever do, and don't ever do it. But I think it's like entertaining from a perspective, so I'm trying to do like more with it. Do you guys have any ideas of shit I could do? Like, I'm trying to come up with like things like just to do funny fucking banter things and like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to make videos where I just sit here and talk anymore. I want them to be like involved in an activity. Like, maybe I'll travel a little more and do vlogs and shit. I think like I was considering doing something in the coming days of like, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about going to like some town in Pennsylvania. I owe my sister, so I got to take my sister on a trip. And we were thinking about going to Pennsylvania. And I thought about just doing a vlog where we go and try to find shit like there's thrift shops. What do you got for me, Nathan? Like, I'm a tight end, defensive end, wide receiver, and backup center. I'm tired when I don't get any breaks. Yeah, that's tough, Connor. But like, you're versatile. I think that's good for like potential college looks and stuff. You're showing that you could play a bunch of different positions. Did Adventure just take over for little bro? Hey, somebody should. What do you got for me, Nathan? But some of these fucking Pennsylvania towns are super interesting. I only bet on corgi races. Make fun of celebrities. That's just too easy. I can make fun of celebrities all day. I think the celebrities are ridiculous. You know who's a celebrity I dislike more than pretty much anybody? Like there's one celebrity that I physically, like, I just absolutely cannot stand. Pedro Pascal. I think that guy is like the weirdest fucking person on planet Earth. Like, I absolutely loved Narcos when he was in it. I think like he's a great actor, but I can't stomach his whole like, oh, I have anxiety, I gotta fucking grope my coworkers. Like, dude, come on. Do some vlogs. You going to the Jet game? Oh, true. I could do a vlog going to a Jet game. It'll just be me crying for 3.5 hours. Like, it'll just be like, you might as well just watch somebody fucking cry their eyes out. We beat Covington Catholic, which is a top high school team in Kentucky, and we beat them 22-0 when this is our first year. That's awesome, Connor. Good shit. Corgi races are a great thing to bet on. Just takes a while. Dude, last time I was in Foxwoods. Foxwoods is a casino up in Connecticut. They have greyhound races, and it's the most degenerate shit I've ever seen in my life. People, you can literally bet on the greyhounds, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know what the hell's going on? Like, why would anybody know what the greyhounds are doing? Fight Night Frank, what's up, man? Keenan Thompson ruined Good Burger. How do you ruin Good Burger? I forced a fumble which sealed the game. Nice, good shit, Connor. You said you want to do bits and make fun of them, and okay, I see what you're doing, Nathan. A parody of them. I could do that. I don't hate that. I don't hate that idea. I think that's something I could work with. The thing is, I don't do like I don't do parodies very well. I don't do very good impressions. Maybe like one or two, but I'm not good at that shit. Who won the... fucking A, Frank. I was hoping you had something good for me, man. Come on. I saw it, but your worst nightmare is occurring, Frank. The Mets are going to be in the postseason. We're probably going to run into each other again. And once again, we're going to send you packing. I asked my substitute teacher if she knew about the 6-7 mean and the lore of 6-7 mean. And the only reason we have 6-7... Dude, that just gave me a headache, Will. What the fuck? He knows what he did. What did Kenan Thompson do to ruin Good Burger? I have no idea. I don't know shit. What are your ideas before you shoot mine down? I'm not shooting yours down, Nathan. My ideas were like doing shit like I was gonna go to like different stores in Pennsylvania and just see what they have. Like there's so much thrift shopping in Pennsylvania, which is it's fucking nuts. Like every single town has like 9 thrift shops. I don't know, just like I found that like I have that Squidward sweatshirt that's like the SpongeBob sweatshirt that has them all dabbing and shit. I think the idea of doing parodies of celebrities is great. I'm just not good at them. That's all I'm saying, Nathan. I'm not shooting your idea down. And I was thinking doing shit like going to a fucking casino and seeing what I could turn, like if I could turn $100 into like I don't know, something like that, something fun. But no, I can't. I'm not talented enough to do celebrity parodies. Who has the worst ownership in MLB? If you guessed the Reds, you'd be correct. Why do you say the Reds? Because I think it's the Pirates. I don't think it's even close. I think the Pirates' ownership is a fucking disaster. Reds have a cool stadium. I'd love to go. I heard KD's an asshole to meet in person. I've never heard that, but I'd believe it. Watching people gamble is boring unless you're betting fingers. What do you mean? Fingers? I don't know, Venture. I find it fun. Like, you ever see that guy Bretsky? I think his videos are hilarious because it's like... It gives me anxiety watching him do it. I'm like, dude, this guy's betting like hundreds of dollars. Just like, the fuck are we doing here? I don't know. We'll see. I got over on the Dodgers 9.5. Let's see. I had an Iowa money line tonight, Frank. That was nice. That was a little bit of a sweat, but it ended up working out. Meme is filled with Diddy oil bandits, and this is what? I'm so lost right now. You got me all fucked up, man. Oh shit, Frank! Wait a minute. But did you see Drewski's skit? Which one is it? The one where he's at the NASCAR race? I think that's so fucking funny. If an order wasn't an order, then it would be an order. So that's why an order is an order. Wait, what? Messing up my fucking head here, man. So Frank, you need one more run, dude. Jocelyn, that was so fucking funny. Like genuinely, Drewski kills me. Every single thing Drewski does is a gem. That was 10 out of 10. Like, unbelievable. But, guys, I am going to hop off for a little bit. I might hop back on in like an hour. I got a couple things I want to do. It's hot as balls in here. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, I'll have a video tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do.